Today, we're diving into a popular post from the Reddit titled as TIFU telling my parents about my inheritance. This post received 41,904 upvotes. Posted by TIFU. The post reads as follows. TLDR. Sister died and left me her home. Parents tried to sell it so I had to explain the will. Now they're gonna sue me. Edited to fix spelling, grammar, weird-ass sentences I used. My 36F sister died 6 months ago from a heart condition. She practically raised me, so it's been difficult to deal with. I'm in my final year of university and have failed every single class this semester. She'd be disappointed, but it is what it is. My sister never married, never had children. I lived with her near campus. She ran her successful side business. I got to help her occasionally as a paid intern. She worked a lot but not to support us. She wanted to retire by the time she was 40. She would have been done in 4 years and her heart had to fail her first. When she died, her attorney read her will to me. She had left everything to me. She had a generous amount of money put away for her retirement and side accounts for various activities for her retirement. I did not know that she had made several real estate investments so she could continue living a comfy lifestyle once she retired. She left her 2006 Subaru to me and willed our current house to me as well. She left nothing to my parents, but as they didn't know she had assets, they willingly paid for the funeral and any other associated costs. My sister was no contact with our parents and I'm very low contact. We are their only 2 children. At the funeral my parents asked me how I was going to continue going to college without her money. Lol. They thought she paid for them. Psych, I have student debt. I told them I'd continue to take out loans. They asked about my living arrangements and I shrugged. At the time I didn't know all the details anyway. Well, 2 weeks ago, I found out my parents tried to sell my sister's house whilst I still lived there. They brought a realtor and toured our home and everything. It was all on the cameras set up in the home. When I called them and informed them I'd be calling the police, they explained the situation. I told them it's my home and it was willed to me. They couldn't sell it. They were confused heavily. I told them to meet at my attorney's and set a time. Q today. My attorney explained the will to my parents. My mother went white as a sheet and my father was grumbling about suing me for his rightful money plus the cost of the funeral. My mother began ugly sobbing, telling the attorney he was wrong. Her daughter would not leave the house to someone like me. The attorney cut the meeting short and now we're preparing for the inevitable lawsuit coming my way. I just want to sleep and avoid all of this. Just some added info. Mom is a stay-at-home mom, but like the kind who spends her life at the country club, not the involved kind. Dad is a businessman and is typically on business trips for weeks at a time. They live, as they call it, lower upper class. Edit. I didn't expect this to blow up tbh. Thank you everyone for the support. I've gotten to read almost all the comments and I feel a lot less anxious now. I did talk to my professors and 4/6 of them gave me extensions, but the other 2 are being jerks about it. It's fine though. I did sign up for my school's grief group. I just got done changing all my locks too. Thanks to everyone who helped me with home stuff too. I'll be sure to watch the home insurance bill or get a financial advisor or something. My sister's degrees and mine are in the same field, so I'll be continuing her business too, and I'll need a real estate attorney to redo the leases on her other rentals, I guess. I don't know, it's overwhelming. Edit 2. Since this keeps coming up, I stupidly gave them a key a few months after she passed. I didn't know they'd even be trying this until after the fact. The will doesn't say anything about them, but I'm leaving it up to the attorney to figure everything out. I will be paying them regardless for the cost of funeral, celebration of life, etc. Final update for now. Father sent me a text apologizing. Said he wanted to sell the house because of the market right now but won't push me. We'll give more details at some point. Gonna see how this plays out first and I'll give an official update at some point. A comment from user deleted user says, deleted. This comment received 5852 upvotes. A reply from the original author TIFU says, thank you. 4 of my teachers are giving me extensions past end of semester to get work done, but the other 2 are being major about the situation. I'll have to take the L on those classes, I guess. I appreciate you. I asked my one teacher to set me up to join the grief support group this summer. This reply received 2534 upvotes. A comment from user hepatitis_T says, "Imagine losing your child, and being mad about not getting money from it." This comment received 21,643 upvotes. A reply from user Gunts Albano says, "Sounds like the type of parents to be left of the will to me. That and the fact that Op's sister raised him." This reply received 7365 upvotes. A comment from user Zugabdu says, "Not only do your parents not have a leg to stand on legally, you already have a lawyer to tell you that. They also sound kind of dumb. If they tried to sell the house, a title search would reveal they don't have title to it, which would stop the sale cold. Presumably, haven't your parents bought a house in the past? You mentioned they're in the country club set, so I would assume they're homeowners. Don't they know this? They can contest the will, but will contests are rarely successful if the will has been validly executed. You'll probably need to engage a trial attorney if they actually file a complaint. They may not. Unfortunately, there's no way out of this but to go through it. Good luck." This comment received 4312 upvotes. A comment from user bswart76 says, "When my mother-in-law died from cancer, her parents were mad that she left everything to her kids and nothing to them." This comment received 9180 upvotes. A comment from user Tricky Mixture says, "I hope you have now changed the lock." This comment received 5440 upvotes. A reply from the original author TIFU says, "I haven't yet, but you make a good point. I'll get on that today." This reply received 5056 upvotes. A comment from user Shadow Maven says, "It sounds like they fucked up since you parents don't seem to understand the estate and will process. If it was theirs, they would have been contacted. The estate should have paid for the funeral and not them though." This comment received 1797 upvotes. A reply from the original author TIFU says, "The funeral planner tried to say that, but my parents interrupted. Our daughter will want us to pay for everything because we are her parents. That's what parents do. I was thinking of refunding them at minimum cost of funeral services." Edited to clarify. This reply received 1956 upvotes. A comment from user Tato7069 says, "The situation totally sucks, but I wouldn't worry too much about any lawsuit, if everything was willed to you. If there is a lawsuit actually brought on the zero grounds they have, you'll win." This comment received 588 upvotes. A comment from user Fisher PT77 says, "This is not a TIFU. You didn't fuck up in any way. Your patents fucked up big time, and from the sound of it, for a long time. Don't spend the money. Continue to let it grow into a nest egg so you can retire comfortably and leave a savings for loved ones too someday. Continue your education and do something you enjoy with your life. Sounds like you may want to consider going NC with your parents as well. They have shown where their interests lie, and it is obviously against your best interests. They have no grounds for a lawsuit at all and probably won't even find an attorney to take their case. Honor your sister by enjoying your life." This comment received 563 upvotes. A comment from user Just Pretty Much Done says, "I can see why she left everything to you. She made sure that if anything happened, you would be cared for and wouldn't have to depend on such awful people. Hold steady. Looks like your sister went NC for a reason." This comment received 538 upvotes. A comment from user Deleted User says, "All contact with your parents on the subject should be through the lawyer, no matter how minute. Don't pay anything. Let them live with their choices." This comment received 386 upvotes. A comment from user Your Yellow Bird says, "She wouldn't be disappointed in you, because you are grieving, not slacking. When we lose someone, the depth of our grief mirrors the depth of the relationship we've lost, so it would be strange if her loss did not affect you or disrupt your daily life for at least a short while. It's a show of your humanity, and that's a credit to the sister raised you. as you obviously didn't get your parents' selfishness and cold indifference. Keep your head up, friend. This comment received 183 upvotes. A reply from the original author TIFU says, "I don't know why I'm crying. Is that why this is so painful? It's so horrible. I bet this is how most people feel when they lose their actual mom. It hurts to even exist right now, but I'm glad my sadness also shows how much I loved her." This reply received 137 upvotes. A comment from user Big and Tall and Hungry says, "Good luck in court, and I'm sorry that your parents are awful people that would sue their own daughter." This comment received 636 upvotes. A comment from user Ndev991 says, "Someone like you, no matter what they mean, that's fucking gross." This comment received 123 upvotes. A comment from user reality_junkie_XO says, "Sounds like there was a very good reason your sister was NC with your parents, and now you can be too, after the inevitable lawsuit of course." This comment received 184 upvotes. A comment from user Inismelikakau says, "Your lawyer should give you an idea of what's next. If the will's valid, then what they'll be doing is trying to contest the will. That will be an uphill battle for them, especially if the will disclaims your parents as beneficiaries. Good luck, but it sounds like you've got a good chance at winning, especially if the will was drafted by an attorney." This comment received 133 upvotes. A comment from user Waldo414 says, "Should buy the house next to them with some of the retirement money and turn it into a frat house. Passive income with the benefit of pissing them off with the parties." This comment received 199 upvotes. A reply from the original author TIFU says, "This made me laugh, I wish. They live in a city that I call the Greenwich version of my state. I do, however, think I'll start renting out the other rooms of the home so that I can start earning income on this home. Someone messaged me telling me about that and it seems like a good idea." This reply received 191 upvotes. A comment from user The Rockman Bitch says, "Why are your parents such bastards?" This comment received 9 upvotes. A reply from the original author TIFU says, "My sister and I joked they had single child syndrome." This reply received 10 upvotes. A comment from user S Word of the Morning says, 1. Condolences on the loss of your loving, nurturing sister. This will be tough for you no matter how the situation with your parents plays out. I suggest talking to a counselor just for occasional mental health check-ins. 2. Was your sister's heart condition genetic, hereditary? If so, you should go see a cardiologist and get checked out. It could be something you can manage or fix if you catch it early. 3. Unless you are already married, which it doesn't seem you are yet, you should also make up a will stating unequivocally where and to whom you wish to direct your assets. Also get yourself some convertible term life insurance now, clearly listing beneficiaries, while you are presumably healthy, to ensure your parents don't get any undue windfall should something happen to you as well. 4. Look into the retirement accounts and see whether they are tax qualified, IRA, Roth, 401k, etc. As those type you will have a brief window, 10 years, to liquidate them. 5. If the assets have significant value or equity, like over $500,000, assuming you are around or younger than 30, find a local financial planner, typically a fee-only or fee-based, who is bound to act in a fiduciary capacity. Also find a highly rated CPA, and if your current attorney is not already specialized in estate work, find one. This way they all can advise you on how to work with this unexpected financial windfall and set yourself up in the way your sister intended. You can honor her memory by being smart and strategic with this money, property, and assets. This comment received 7 upvotes. A reply from the original author TIFU says, "She was born with a hole in her heart, so I think that might be genetic. IDK what it was called, but it was super long name. We had an older sister who died at birth from the same thing. I was not born with it. I will do all of those things, thank you for the advice." This reply received 10 upvotes. A comment from user Littering ND says, "Transplant specialist here. Just want to say I'm really fucking sorry to hear about the loss of your sister and the position you find yourself in. I wish organ donation was a more popular theme resulting in less of this. There are a lot of biases and misinformation about organ donation out there. Please feel free to ask me any concerns you might have so I can clear the air. When you're dead, but you can actually save 8+ lives from one tragedy and enhance hundreds more. Your friendly transplant guy. This comment received 8 upvotes. A reply from the original author TIFU says, "My sister was an organ donor. Her heart couldn't be donated but everything else was. There's a lot more to how she died than I put, but yeah. From what I was told she was going to help a lot of people." This reply received 25 upvotes. A comment from user A Tribe Called Mech says, "I don't know what's going on with your parents. They probably aren't monsters but they don't seem that great either. I am sorry your sister passed away. She obviously loved you very much. Hopefully you can take solace in that. Do whatever you need to in order to get your life the right way. Best of luck." This comment received 2 upvotes. A reply from the original author TIFU says, "They aren't horrible people. Absent? Absolutely. They got us whatever we wanted though. They sent me to an eating disorder residential center when I was 15. They paid attention even if they weren't physically there. I'm not sure where things went wrong if I'm being honest. It's like a switch flipped one day. They wouldn't pay for my education and started freaking out on my sister about having enough money to take care of them someday. They're in their late 60s so maybe it's just an age thing. Mum was always kind of weird though. Hot and cold when she was around. Truthfully think sister protected me from a lot." This reply received 15 upvotes. A comment from user Zelicidial Dig 523 says, "Asian? Gotta be. Most likely Chinese." This comment received 0 upvotes. A reply from the original author TIFU says, "Not quite but very similar type of culture. We are responsible for our parents and taking care of them." This reply received 12 upvotes. A comment from user LVL1 Vagabond says, "You typed out of everything perfectly but decided to abbreviate bizarrely. What is a SOM and is NC supposed be no contact and LC low contact?" This comment received 0 upvotes. A reply from the original author TIFU says, "Thought everyone knew these acronyms TBH so my bad. I'll edit the post LC equals low contact NC equals no contact SOM equals stay at home mum." This reply received 10 upvotes.